Running out of water pretty quickly.
They are.
Well, if he gets any further over to the left, he'll win the 1,200-metre hurdle.
Fortunately, they're far enough in the lead where they can virtually duel with each other, and neither will want to dive in. But I suggest that if one does, the other has to follow instantly.
And the interesting thing, just looking at the lap times here, Tony Longhurst, who came in to switch to a set of intermediates, he's doing lap times 3 or 4 seconds slower than these guys on full wet, so I don't know what's happening there. But you can see the track is drying out, time stabilising. Larry, that last time around, Bauer was a second faster than Perkins.
Well, we've only got 5 laps to go, and I think Larry can hold it off. It's just a question of whether John can pressure him a bit more.
But they're both in the same situation, aren't they, Alan? They're both on the same tyres that are starting to go away from them.
Oh, heard a little skid there. Perkins, it wasn't Perkins, and it wasn't JB. So he continues to stalk Larry Perkins. They'll take the signal with 4 laps to go. 5 laps to go next time by.
So Bauer, look at him trying to get the power on. As keep the car straight, you can see it moving sideways there as he's trying to put the power on in very, very difficult conditions for these guys. Larry moves off the racing line, tries to pick up a few more puddles. But they're running out of water on that side of the track.
What has been happening all day, we haven't seen the Perkins car lock up a brake all day. I think that's just a superb credit to his style and his capacity to balance a car, because if a brake was ever going to lock up, the rainy situation certainly brings it on. But he's had this car deliver him a good mount today, and he's exercising all his abilities to keep it out in front.
Well, he always threatened to do it this year. He had a sort of overburn on customers, looking after the customers last year. He's pulled that right back this year so he can concentrate more on the Castrol Commodore. And he really does have the Shell Series and, of course, Bathurst in his sights for 95. If this is any indication of the form that he can produce in the Sprint Series, a lot of the regular
competitors.
Yeah, they got something to watch out for this year.
But he hasn't even had to be aggressive today.
Okay, I'll debate that with you later tonight, okay?
So you can see the track's just getting a shine on. There's very little water left on these parts of the track.
He's getting a bit nervous. He's gone wide there twice now on that right-hander on the approach to the zig onto the straight. So I think John Bauer has succeeded in getting him into a worried frame of mind, but he's holding him off. Big sweep again across, costing him time as long as John Bauer stays in a straight line. But John really not close enough yet to take what you call a threatening passing maneuver.
Larry hasn't missed a puddle for the last 2 laps. He knows where they're at. Little brings the power on. Just feeds it on out of here. And he's up the straight again with JB and hot pursuit. Wayne Gardner, we mentioned before, doing a great job running in 3rd place, the Coke Commodore, after that scrap with Nick Johnson. Then Johnson spun. That gave Gardner a very handy 3rd and not too much pressure.
Whoa, got one in trouble. Stromboli in the Daily Planet Falcon.
Down at the bottom of the S says,
here
come on, boys, just push it straight ahead. That's all you have to do.
Yellow flags waving. Larry and John, a good look at that.
They're so good.
Oh, what's Bauer doing? Oh, he's gone over the inside.
Boy, that looked dramatic. That got the...
You never forgive yourself. You went over the inside and then had a puncture later.
Oh, no.
Like he was heading for a T-bone with the car there. He was going right over the ripple strip. I suppose it's a shorter distance, another chance to make up a couple of metres on Perkins.
Not only that, the grass was a little wetter than where Larry was. Here's another look. He decides at this stage.
Have a go up here.
Boy, that was an instant decision, John Bauer. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. He had a millionth of a second to decide it, and he did it. Didn't put a scratch on the car, and look here, still on Larry Perkins.
Oh, Larry's trying to steam up the inside of Mark Paul. That slowed him down a heap of time. Let's see if Bauer can capitalise on that. Splashes through the puddle at the bottom of the hill. Bauer's been able to make up a fraction of time there.
Yeah, Mark Poole did a good job again. Stayed out of trouble, backed off, let Bauer go through. He didn't want to be part of that, and they're starting to close it down.
John's definitely in the slipstream now. He's going to have the advantage of having that Commodore help him get up the back straight with a little tow.
2.5 laps remaining in this second race of the opening round, the Shell Touring Car Nationals from Sandown. Larry Perkins gets plenty of support at the top end of the circuit. And look at Bauer, man on a mission here.
It's lightning.
So he heads for the grass again. No, follows the conventional line through the
They
corner
got
this
it out
time.
of there. That was a good move.
And he got out of there quick.
Oh, Larry's missed a gear.
Yeah, you can hear him
Something.
struggling there.
He's
Bow's got a much faster run out of the corner, but Larry covers his tracks. Let's see if Bow can switch
Careful.
across and nail him on the left-hander or to the main straight. He's running out of options.
Doesn't happen very often, but it can. 6-speed gearbox. There's plenty of them there to.
Oh, look at him trying to get the power down and block
He
his
better
tracks.
go right now, or left rather. Yeah.
See if Bow goes for a tyre cooling operation, or whether he's going to just stick it in there and try and overtake him. The crowd goes mad as they come across the start-finish line.
Oh boy, look at this.
Under brakes here again. This was treacherous territory for Bow in Heat 1.
2 laps to go.
Boy.
And Larry's then got to try and back it up to make sure he doesn't wind up on the wrong side of the road.
Terrific stuff from these two. Holden and Ford, the brand new Aero kits, the brand new cars, and boy, aren't they competitive. Larry gets it really sideways as he
Throwing
tries
it at
to
him.
cover his territory once again onto the back straight. This must be such a difficult situation, Alan. You're trying to conserve your tyres and you're also trying to drive aggressively to beat the other guy.
And driving a little, I think John's got him this time, but no, Larry's very, very defensive. He's placed it very nicely, but John's got a big slingshot there. I think you can say...
Larry's going to hold his ground here. This will be exciting as they come over the top into the left-hander. Perkins.
Oh, mate.
Gutsy stuff. Bow tried it around the outside, the conventional line, but Perkins just enough strength there and went in really late under brakes. The crowd are going crazy. This is a fantastic duel.
Well, if you're John Bow, you've got to figure out where it's going to happen. He's just about driven Larry mad so far.
Whoa, Larry's lost
gone.
it. He went in a fraction too deep there. That's pressure driving from JB.
Almost exactly what Dick Johnson did,
Yeah.
but John achieved his objective. He forced him into it without touching him.
And Larry will be kicking himself.
Look at this.
The Ford fans
Ford flags are flying.
1 lap to go. John Bow saved the best for last at Sandown today. Second spot still held by Larry Perkins, and third place by Wayne Gardner. So no chance that Wayne Gardner is going to dislodge, if you like, Larry Perkins for second.
Let's talk about professional driving. There's two guys that took it on and just said, I'm going to do something with this race. John Bow obviously very unhappy with his performance in the first heat. Talk about redeeming himself. Superb drive here in the second heat at Sandown.
Well, he moves up the back straight. Perkins is going to take the points overall on the day because a win and a second, and John, of course, had to play catch-up in that opening heat, but he'll get a tremendous reaction and reception from the spectators because he's driven his heart out here after spinning off in the first race this morning.
Well, it's probably too early to say whether the new Falcon and the new Commodore are evenly matched parity-wise, but boy, that's an
The
indication.
drivers sure are.
That's an indication of the action we can expect this year. It's going to be an absolute boomer.
Coming out of the pit turn now for the final time, the checkered flag is at the ready, and so are the folks in the grandstand. They jump to the air as John Bow comes out of the final corner. Listen to that reaction. A Ford wins race number 2 in the Shell Series here today. John Bow, the winner. Fabulous second place going to a trier in Larry Perkins, the Castrol Commodore, and third place going to Wayne Gardner in the Coca-Cola Commodore.
Didn't the crowd love that?
Checkered flag time for John Bow, the winner here today of race number 2. Larry Perkins finished in second, Wayne Gardner was third, Dickie Johnson was fourth, and Neil Crompton fifth. In sixth place, Thomas Mazzera. Seventh, Greg Crick. Eighth place to Peter Brock, a long way down today. Ninth was Jimmy Richardson, rounding out the top 10, Alan Grice and the Pinnacle Commodore. Back at Sandown in just a moment.